So again, thank you all for joining. My name is Rosemary, and this is Laughter is the Best Medicine workshop. So let me just tell you a little bit about what we're doing today. I'm going to be taking some techniques from laughter yoga, which is founded by Dr. Madan Kataria, and Pinoy laughter yoga, founded by Paolo Trinidad out of the Philippines. And his work is really focused on working with people who have severe trauma and using laughter to help them release fear and trauma. And so laughter yoga is really about laughing for no reason. It's without any comedy or humor. And the deeper purpose of it is to be healthy and more spiritually attuned. They believe that laughter promotes peace because it helps us to be closer to one another. Now, Pinoy laughter for trauma is, like I said, for traumatized. It helps a lot of traumatized victims. And the idea is that when you're traumatized, you're out of touch with logic and your brain stops working in the right way because fear is blocking you from reality. So trauma stays in the brain and it also stays in the body. And this method helps people of trauma. And it also, he works with a lot of elderly, helping to regulate their moods. And the nurses in some of the retirement homes are really excited about this technique apparently lately. So that's pretty cool. So a little bit of info about laughter itself. We're going to be doing some simulated laughter, and 20 seconds of simulated laughter is like a 3 to 5 minute workout. So laughter is great exercise. And when you're having simulated laughter, your body can't distinguish between real and simulated laughter. And so when you simulate laughter, the brain gets tricked and starts to produce endorphins and dopamine and serotonin, and it helps us to relax. Laughter itself improves memory and lowers stress hormones. It helps bring down blood pressure. It relaxes the body, and it increases the flow of qi and activates the pineal gland. It gives the mind a rest. It establishes good neural circuits, and it can lead to gaining new insight. So it should really be a part of your daily exercise. Don't only do laughter, but it could be a great addition to your regular exercise. Smiling as well naturally opens the heart crown and allows more light to penetrate us. So it increases the vibration of our organs. Now, Thich Nhat Hanh shares a smiling meditation technique, which I will share with you in the chat at the end of this if you'd like to check that out. So one thing that might help you to laugh is to bring a mirror, because when we look at ourselves in the mirror laughing, it helps us laugh. If you don't have one, that's fine, but think about it for next time. Also, this little dog, she makes me laugh. Animals help us laugh. So if you got an animal around, that might help. Okay, so also real quick, I wanted to just share a little bit about sacred humor. So in the tradition I work with, we have what's called a heyoka, and the heyoka is the sacred clown. And what the sacred clown does, it does everything backwards, like wears its clothes inside out, or if it's hot outside, he'll wear gloves and a sweater. And he's really just there to kind of show us the ridiculousness of life. But at the same time, they help people to be open to the immediate experience in life. In some tribes and religious ceremonies, the ceremony can't begin until everybody, in particular strangers, have all laughed. Even among the Eskimos, it often takes an entire night of clowning to make sure that everyone in the tribe and from neighboring towns has laughed before they begin the ceremony. So sacred humor is a quite fascinating topic too that I'm interested in, and you might want to look into some more. Now to begin, I'd like to start with us doing a small meditation and asking Spirit to come help us with this work. So what I'd like you to do is just to sit comfortably and feel yourself grounding into the earth. Feel your roots going very deep. And you're starting to get centered. Take a few deep breaths. And just release any fear that you have, letting go of any anger or resentment, any pain that you're feeling in the body, releasing all of that which no longer serves you. Now, I'd like you to imagine a rose gold light that's enveloping you and surrounding you. This is the light of unconditional love. And just feel that expanding out and being open to allowing yourself to feel this joy and this unconditional love and to be happy. Knowing that this is your right as a human, no matter what the circumstances. And just let yourself be open to experiencing wholehearted laughter. Remember what it feels like to laugh so hard you cannot stand up. Imagine the feeling your body experiences from uncontrolled laughter. See your cells connecting and your body parts laughing with you, giving glory to creation. And always remember the Great Spirit is here to help you. Its spiritual force knows to help you release fear and trauma. And then just sit with this feeling for a few moments. Take another deep breath. Come back to present. When you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, welcome. So generally with laughter yoga, we start with a hand clapping technique. And this will help stimulate acupressure points in the hands and it'll increase your energy level. So what I want you to do is I want you to clap in a 1, 2, 3 rhythm, moving your hands up and down and from side to side. So 1, 2, 3. Just feel that energy starting to tingle in your hands. Now we're going to do a little chant together. We're going to say ho, 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 ha, 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 and making sure you're breathing from your diaphragm. So ho, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. Now, one of the reasons why the teacher of Pinot laughter has changed it up a little bit is because he feels like sometimes when we start this way, people feel really silly and they feel like they're being fake and it's harder for them to get into it. So we'll be doing some of his exercises in a moment. But first, to prepare, we want to do some exercise for the face. Now, facial feedback theory says that anything you do with your face will affect your emotion. So let's start with some silent laughter. You're just going to open your mouth really wide and without making any sound, you're going to laugh. Good, good. Now this next one is going to exercise our mouth muscles even more by we're just going to pretend like we're chewing gum, and at the same time I want you to massage your temporal mandibular joint here. It's where the jaw connects to the skull. and just chew your gum. And this is just going to help you relax the muscles and allows you to lift your cheeks. And it'll just help you feel lighter in general. Now I want you to try and make a really big smile where you're showing your gums just as big as you can, and feel happy. Just so again, we're doing these silly things because it's believed that what you do with your face actually affects your emotion. Let's see. Now we're going to do working the eye muscles. So we're going to fake our happiness through using our eye muscles. So what you want to do is you want to just cover your mouth so no one can see your mouth, and you're going to smile with your eyes. Really big smile with your eyes. And if we were in person, we would be looking at each other, and this would help us to connect. Now, one thing that's very important is after we have some heavy laughter, we also want to do some deep breathing. So the deep breathing exercise that I want to share with you is basically you're breathing. Let me just get to my notes here. So you're going to be breathing in and out through the nose very slowly. So let's just do 4 in and out breaths through the nose very slowly. All right. Now, that's important because some medical people would say that if you laugh too hard for too long, you could actually start hyperventilating. So let's always do this breathing after each of these exercises to make sure that we stay in balance. The other important part of these techniques are working with the diaphragm. You want to be laughing from the diaphragm. So for the laughter to be the most powerful and healing, it has to come from your belly. When you move your diaphragm, other muscles of your body are moving too. And so you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which also reduces stress. So I want you to take your 4 fingers and put them on your belly, right above the navel. And then your thumb is going to sit on your diaphragm. So you can really feel what's happening. And you know that you're laughing from your diaphragm as you're doing these exercises. And the first thing we're going to do is like a hissing sound, and just feel that diaphragm. So it's coming from that belly. So all right, and let's do that a couple more times. This also activates perfect blood circulation. Okay. And from the diaphragm also, we can do some consonant sounds. So like a ch sound. So ch, 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 ch. And the r, 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 and e, 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 e. So we can really feel that happening in our diaphragm, and that's important as we do all of these exercises. Now, as I said, the Pinot Laughter founder believes and has great evidence already that this helps to release trauma and fear. He was working with a number of people after they had a major earthquake and a war in the Philippines, and the government actually called him in and asked him to work with large groups of people, including the army, to help with this. So we're going to do one that's called like a vomiting your fears. And you're laughing, but it's like in a kind of sound. I'll show you. And while you're doing that, you want to hold your neck and you just want to imagine that you're vomiting all of those fears out, and encourage that fear to just be released, because it's usually held in your chest and your heart, your fear is. So you're going to go. It looks ridiculous. And that's why none of you are doing it. But maybe you'll do it later at home. So that will help you to release some fear if you were to do it as a regular practice, and if we did it for a while. We have a short seminar today, and so we're just going to put a whole lot in this 1 hour. Okay. Okay, so this next one is a Tarzan exercise. And when you pound on your chest, it actually releases that area as well. So do as I do. Whatever you imagine Tarzan to sound like. And just beat on that chest, activating the chest. Okay, I think we need to have some more deep breathing. So 4 rounds of deep breathing in and out of the nose very slowly. Okay. Hopefully at this point, we're starting to have some more natural laughter. It's not so simulated, but this is the fast version of a workshop. So bear with me, and hopefully you'll try these things at home later when you need a good release. We're going to do an exercise to release mental stress. So mental stress is detrimental to us because it destroys the intrilium, or the endothelio of your heart, which is the protective lining. If this gets destroyed, it causes cholesterol buildup and you're more prone to strokes. So laughter is the best way to get rid of mental stress. So to release mental stress, you're going to put your hand on your forehead here so you can feel the vibration of what happens when we make the sound he, he, he. Like imagining that you are a witch and just feel the sound vibrating here. So you're like, perfect. You're feeling that vibration up here and just imagining that mental stress is being taken away. Okay. So the founder also says that it does help if you kind of start in a low vibration of laughter and work your way up, because like higher vibrations are more soothing. And so with this next one, we're gonna pretend we're a dog, and with our mouth closed, we're gonna say kind of like a and we're gonna start low and then go higher. So you can also continue to feel the vibration of your brain here and what's happening as you do this, because we're still releasing mental stress. So you're a dog and you're going yeah, like that. Okay, I think that we should probably do a little more deep breathing. So again, 4 times in and out of the nose slowly. How's everyone feeling? So as I said, I made this a very short workshop and we went through all the exercises super quick. So it actually ends up being half the time that I originally planned for, which is fine. I know some of you have things to get to, and that makes it about a half-hour session. Before I go, I do want to share with you this wonderful technique that Thich Nhat Hanh shares for a smile meditation. Because smiling has many of the same effects that laughter does. So let's see here. If anyone's interested, you can go and check that out. And so I'm Rosemary, and this was a workshop from Visions and Reflections. And you can check out my website at visionsandreflections.com. Also want to let you know that I am the co-founder of Adventures in Empowerment. And we are doing some women's retreats. We have one coming up in Guatemala in October. If you want to check that out online. And we do workshops from time to time. We have also a retreat coming up in September, one day in Asheville. And I think I'll be doing a cacao sound meditation ceremony here in Atlanta in August. So if you're interested in any of that, check out the websites. And we have also the Adventures in Empowerment community on Facebook, where we share lots of discussions. And I encourage you to join us there for discussions. It's open to everyone. And I just thank you all so much for being here and for supporting this project. It's really good to see you all. And I hope I'll see you at another.
Yay!
Yay.
Thanks, Rosemary. It's very cool.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys
Still
were
laughing.
here.
I am laughing.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.